Welcome, Gemini Cancer, to your New Year's 2026 reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, guys, let's get in here. You have the sixth house coming out. We're talking about the experiences of the duties of your life. This is where I'm planting my garden. I'm getting to the gym. I'm making new routines. So it does feel like it's a year of making new routines, making and planting new ideas. Could be new experiences, shaping up experiences in your finances, your relationships, your education, making that beautiful tomato plant grow, right? Maybe I'm having some tomato plant issues, however it is. Let's see what else we have coming next to it. It's talking about the year of the part of you accepts challenge to gain wisdom and Capricorn energy, hardworking and cautious, ambitious. So you're definitely going to really want to really climb up this mountain over here. And it does look like you're going to have a few challenges on the way, which is about normal, right? So let's get in here, guys, and see what's going on with you in the winter time, right? Getting straight into here. This is going to be January through March. So let's get in here. So you do have this Saturn, which is the part of you that accepts the challenge to gain the wisdom. And having that Virgo energy, the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So it does feel like this is the place where you're going to feel like you're really having things come together for you. So what we have the bottom over here, we have the diplomatic and gracious, seeks harmony, balance, and relationships, and that Libra energy. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have conflict, of financial independence, self-care, work from home conflict, and self-centered jealousy and smothering. Wow. So you might feel like, you know what, we're going to get through this, but there's some smothering energy. There's some past emotional matters that are resurfacing and offering. I just feel like there's going to be some healing that needs to be done within this situation. It's almost like what you're learning is how much they're smothering me within this situation. It's a love situation. So I do feel like any kind of impulsive urges that are coming from this situation is definitely has to be about bad connection. It's almost like I wanted to heal this with you, or I don't want to heal this with, but you're smothering me. You won't let me go. You're always texting me every 5 minutes. And I do feel like this is going to change things around within the sixth house when it comes to your love life. It's going to reflect on how that's being taken care of. There's going to be this structure, and it's going to enhance the way this is, but I don't think that's going to last. I don't see that. If you don't want that, I don't see that working. Okay, I just don't. It's like you have with the Virgo energy, you have your eyes set over here. I'm working, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm also learning from the Saturn how much you're smothering me. I don't think that's going to work. If you don't want that to work, that fire horse will come in and probably destroy that relationship if you don't feel it's realistic. No, you're trying to take it a loss. You're trying to push them. It's almost like you're trying to push them away. You're trying to get them out of your energy. You had high expectations. I feel like a majority of you didn't. That's fine. Throw it away. But I feel like a majority of you had high expectations in 2025 to keep this going. But it doesn't work. It's almost like you bump heads and then they become emotionally immature. And it definitely is emotionally immature. Like they cannot handle reality. They cannot handle they're a Karen or a Kevin, or they blow up and then they want to come back and smother you for all the, you know what I mean? Like there's some emotional problems going on. This is highly emotional problems. This is not practical, and it stresses you out more than it's helping. I don't care if it's work or love, relationship, coworker. It doesn't matter. It's saying it's disharmony. It's love for the majority of you. It's like you can't. It's too. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like they do things that are wrong and they know that they're pushing your buttons and they piss you off, and then they come back like, baby, no, I didn't do that. No. And then it's just like they know that you're pulling your energy away from them. And the more they're doing that, that's where the smothering comes in. No, you love me. No, No, you know what I mean? That kind of energy. And if you guys know you're not going through that, that's fine. It could even be a different kind of energy in its own way, you know? But whatever it is, it's cautioning you against their impulsive reactions and decision making when it comes to this relationship. And it does feel like love. So it says it's time for you to meditate on the situation and find yourself where it is you need to be within the sixth house. Where are you going within this sixth house? Where are you going to reinforce your discipline? Where are you going to put your extras? And that's what it is, your extras. Because they're taking away your extras. There's a lot of harmful habits. The sixth house is a lot about habits. Yeah, it's mostly the house of habits. So it's like, okay. So there's a lot of harmful habits. It could be, you know, they're also hurting you by keeping you in this emotional stress. You might not be eating right. You might not be hydrating right. You might not getting the right rest. Because everything just seems like everything they're doing is against you. And then for their own reasons. Right? I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, guys, we're going to keep those cards here. And then we'll come back to those cards. That way we can use those cards later. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, guys. Crazy. Okay, so let's go over here and get into... I mean, that's most important right there. Was like, you know, you're smothering. So let's see how this is going to work out over here in the springtime. The springtime, we have April through June. So let's see what's going on. Bring in that Scorpio energy for the springtime. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Ooh. Okay. And that's coming in with some 10th house energy over here. Your achievements and status in the outside world. So very nice. It's like, hey, this is where this is going. This is where it has to be. We're going to do this the way it needs to be. I feel like it's going to, you know, really support some consistent routines, though. Especially in the outside world. You know, this is like, you know what, I'm going to go to work. This is where I'm going to go to the gym. This is where I'm going to strengthen this up. I feel like you're going to strengthen partnerships out into the world, right? So it does feel like you're building this kind of long-term security around yourself. I like this. I like this. And holding tight to some scenarios for yourself as well, right? So I am liking that. Let's see what we got here. This message is coming through. Power. You have the power to take control of your life, career, and finances. Focus on your needs. There it is again, lesson learned, you know. Wisdom gain, completing cycles, grow through experience. I'm wiser now than I was before because I'm having these endings. I'm not putting up with this anymore. So I just feel in springtime, you're finding what it is you truly want. And you're learning new strategies. I feel like you're, you know, building these new foundational concepts for yourself and redefining them through learning experiences. Yeah, and using the power of your mind real well. So it's almost like, hey, I have these fresh new ideas. I don't feel burned out like I did over here. But I feel like that was because they were burning you out a lot, right? They're really, you know, sugarcoating shit. They're the ones that were really burning everything out. Why are you burning me out? This is also a place where you're going to find the direction of your savings. So when it comes to your business, on the outside world as well, you're going to find that you're really grounding yourself, and having this steady routine is also bringing in sustainable financial improvements. Literally, look at it. Look at the way it is. You know you're winning, right? You know you're winning. Always need to put something off for a bad day, create the savings of the future, bringing in the sustainable foundational savings that you need. This is where I can build from the ground up. This whole new, even if it's a whole new area of wealth. Hey, it could even be a side hustle for some of you. You can say, this is my side hustle. This is where I'm getting this extra job done. This is where I'm putting the extras. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, that is a way to go. That is a way to really benefit and keep yourself going strong. I mean, look, you put yourself into inference mode over here with this power, focusing on what it is you truly want within your life. This is about where I need to pull things, fresh new ideas, pulling things together, because I had this ending, because I had a lot of learning lessons. I'm telling you, that horse is coming in and it's just driving everything out. And it's going to balance out the essential things that you need. That's freaking amazing. So here we're going to keep definitely this inference and this lesson learned, because this lesson learned just keeps coming right back to you, right? Just keeps coming right back to you. Okay, and let's get in here and see what's going on here. Going straight to summer and fall. You have the moon coming out. Your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. Ooh. Coming out with some Leo energy in the fall. Going to end it out. I see that. Ooh, we got the Sagittarius energy coming out as well. I like that. Okay. Okay. So it's saying, hey, you know what? In summertime, you're going to be using your inner emotions. There's going to be a lot of emotional responses going on. There's going to be a lot of things that are going on that you might not have seen coming. I do see that there's going to be, could be a lot more communication. Oh, there's the emotions pushing you for more direct communication and taking action. Yeah. It just feels like it's leading you to new relationships and new opportunities. If you're not doing well with the person over there, it could be either that you guys are now pushing the limits to either fix the relationship and make it come back around, or you are following your heart towards a new relationship. Because I do see reconciliation for this relationship that was going on over here with all this smothering and all that stuff, or it could be definitely a new relationship. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of water energy. I do have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So, wow. And then, of course, we have that beautiful Ace of Wands, which could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Wow. But I do feel like there's some big changes that just happened during the summertime, things that are almost like a revolutionary kind of change. Wow. It's just time to flourish. There's just all these new great opportunities coming. It's building new foundations. It's putting in new routines. It's almost like the life lessons that you had over here and you became this powerhouse is now building over here, but it's really setting a new solid foundation, even more so than before. I think that this is where you're going to really take off with your growth. And I think you're actually going to start deepening connections. I think this is going to be the time, though, where you're really going to see more of your relationship base over here in the summertime. Where it's almost like now you guys either can see eye to eye, or you have a better understanding, or you're meeting someone who's on that same level as you with that better understanding. Okay. Well, alrighty. I can see that. Good to know. Okay, then you're going, so I mean, this is really going to be based on how you're going to look at your relationships. There's a lot of love and a lot of emotions, but there's also a lot of hidden emotions as well. So it doesn't mean you're going to bring all of your emotions to the surface. Maybe not at once. I mean, you just learned, you just learned some lessons. So, I mean, who's to say, right? You have to adapt. So it's going to be a little bit different for everyone on how that's going to work, okay? Going over here into fall, getting ready to end 2026, we do have the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate with that Leo energy. Lots of fire coming through. This fire horse is really going to ramp up this fire for you. Just metaphoric, of course, but that's the way it seems, and that's the way we want to see the universe doing things. It's easier to see as well when we use those things. The energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. So you're actually going to bring in a lot of good luck as well as you find yourself ending. I just say it's just because you've stayed persistent all year long, guys. This year is about defining your path and being persistent in the way you're learning lessons, the way that your things have been challenging you. It started off with a challenge in the very beginning of the year, and it just seems to be challenging you all the way through. And yeah, here we go again, and it's a challenge. It's like, okay, but it was for your legacy. It's for the best of what it is you need. There's new love, and there's a lot of compassion. You're going to get the gift that you need. So it's almost like the more that you stay disciplined and overcome the potential, just bullshit. How about that? The potential bullshit that just keeps flying at you. It's almost like you just keep your ground. You just keep grounded. You just keep going strong. And yeah, I do feel like, there was going to be some times that you were going to feel this emotional and mental fatigue. And I feel like right now at the end of the year, you're going to feel that. I feel like in November, you're going to feel this mental and emotional fatigue. But I think it's going to be okay because, this is where the gift is going to come in. It's going to show the potentials. It's going to show, hey, this is where I wanted you to be. This is where it needed to be. This is where you were adapting. This is where you were learning and you were pushing yourself to the next limit. Flexible. Now you're going to feel like you're a lot more flexible and having more celebrations, feeling like you're making more money. You see more fast changes coming around. You're going to see these fast changes and you're going to feel like it's magical. And there's the gift. The moving up, going to the next level. Yeah. It's a lot of transformation. You're having a lot of people are having transformations, huge transformations. And this is just about, like I said, this is about just taking on what it is you need for your own life lessons and fulfillment. It's just really about changing things up for your own fulfillment. I'm going to write that down because it's really all it is. It's the year of fulfillment. It's really self-discovery, finding your own place of what really makes you happy. Taking away things that no longer serve you again. But it's different because it's bringing in a different kind of discipline. This is like the year of fulfillment to your expectations. Oh, I like that. I kind of like that. I'll say that. I think it's kind of to your expectations. Because if the life lesson says this isn't where I wanted to be, then it's definitely, right? Then it's not your expectation. I need it to be to where I feel comfortable. So this is adapting to your own journey. Let's see what number you have. 555, change. Encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, restructuring, and creative work. That's exactly what you're doing. You're going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. But you couldn't even. What did it say? You got a what? A reward coming. Ace of Pentacles. You have the reward with the moving up to the next level. Moving at the next level with the reward. Hey, that's what it says. And you have the Sagittarius. That's a reward card. Okay, guys, and I will see you next year. Peace and love. Bye-bye.